The film begins on a remote island in the Indian Ocean, a lawless prison where the world's most dangerous criminals are sent, never to return. 12 countries, including Indonesia, use this island as a dumping ground for their most violent offenders. There is no escape, no parole, only survival. In the opening scene, a young girl, John, and her mother, Molly, are being hunted by a ruthless gang of criminals. Despite overwhelming odds, Molly fights fiercely to protect her daughter, taking down several attackers. But there are too many. Both Molly and Jean are eventually captured. Just as the criminals prepare to take them away, a shadow moves. A new prisoner steps forward, Kim, a former police officer and Interpol agent. Kim was convicted for the brutal murder of a mafia boss's entire family, an act that led to his exile on this forsaken island. Determined to save Jean and Molly, Kim launches into battle, defeating each attacker with precision and skill. After neutralizing the threat, Kim interrogates one of the criminals, demanding to know the whereabouts of a man named Kun. To his shock, Kun is revealed to be the one controlling the island, a former mafia leader feared by all. While Jean helps Kim free Molly. Kim asks Jean to take him to their hideout, carrying an unconscious Molly as they move. Upon arrival, they find a group of terrified survivors, all living in fear of Kun and his gang. The leader of the hideout, Ba, is immediately distrustful of Kim and insists he leave. Jean pleads Kim's case, explaining how he saved her and Molly's lives. Despite this, Ba reprimands Jean for her reckless actions, reminding her that venturing out nearly got her and her mother killed. Kim, undeterred, demands Kun's location. Ba is stunned. Kim is challenging the most ruthless man on the island, a man known for his extreme cruelty. There is a dark history between them. Years ago, Kun was responsible for the murder of Kim's wife and children. When Ba suggests that Molly might have information about Kun's whereabouts, Kim remains silent, concealing the pain of his past. Days later, Ba returns with a grave warning. He tells Kim not to underestimate Kun. He is more dangerous than Kim can imagine. At dawn, Jean's spirits lift as her mother finally regains consciousness. Overcome with guilt, Jean apologizes for putting them in danger, but the moment of peace is short-lived. Molly spots Kim and, without hesitation, pulls a gun on him. Kim is stunned. The truth is revealed. Years ago, when Kim was a police officer, he was the one who sentenced Molly and her husband to this merciless island. What he didn't know then was that Molly was already 1 month pregnant with Jean. Molly and her husband were not ordinary people. They were infamous assassins, responsible for countless deaths. Jean was born in the shadows of this island, a secret the authorities never discovered. Despite her deep hatred for Kim, Molly ultimately decides to share Kun's location, hoping to protect him from the same fate. Determined, Kim sets out toward the volcano where Kun resides. As he journeys forward, Jean appears, but before she can reach him, she is caught in a deadly trap. Desperate, she shouts that she knows a faster way to the volcano and begs Kim to release her. As they traverse the treacherous terrain, Jean shares her story. Her father was once a ruler of the island, an assassin like Kun, but he wanted to change, to become a better man. Kun, power-hungry and merciless, killed him and his allies without hesitation. On their way, they stumble upon wounded members of their group, victims of Kun's brutal henchmen. Amidst the chaos, Kim notices a doll on the ground, identical to the one his daughter once cherished. Lost in memory, he fails to notice John being silently snatched away by Kun's men. Snapping back to reality, Kim tracks them to an abandoned building where he finds prisoners trapped. Without hesitation, he fights through the guards, eliminating them one by one. With unwavering determination, Kim pushes forward, entering the third building where Jean is being held. Guarding her is Kun's closest ally. A brutal fight ensues, but Kim refuses to back down. With relentless spirit, he emerges victorious, rescuing John once again. Kim urges Jean to return to the hideout, and though reluctant, she finally agrees. As she leaves, an enemy sneaks up behind Kim. Just in time, Molly arrives with Ba and his men. Unfortunately, John is already gone. Not wanting to leave empty-handed, they free the prisoners and allow them to escape. Meanwhile, one of Coon's men flees, rushing back to headquarters to report the terrifying news. A single man has wiped out Coon's forces and is coming for him. Upon hearing this, Coon recalls a haunting memory, torturing Kim and murdering his entire family without mercy. Now, the tables have turned. Coon, filled with rage, sends his best warriors to capture Kim immediately. Hours later, Jean is surrounded by Coon's archers. One female archer draws her bow, ready to strike, but at the last moment, Kim appears, pulling Jean to safety. In the chaos, a poison arrow strikes Kim in the back. Molly, seeing this, leaps into action, swiftly killing the attackers. Overjoyed that Jean is unharmed, she rushes to her side. Meanwhile, Kim collapses, the poison coursing through his veins. Acting fast, Molly administers an antidote. Ba and his men arrive and, at first, consider leaving Kim behind. But Jean begs them to save him, and moved by her words, they carry him to safety. Ba and a companion attempt to distract Coon's forces to allow their people to escape. However, a language barrier between Ba and his Indonesian companion leads to miscommunication. Ba accidentally triggers a hidden trap, urging his companion to flee, but his friend doesn't understand and stays. Tragically, they both fall into the same fate. Meanwhile, Kim is secretly tended to by skilled healers. That night, Coon's forces, led by the merciless Jogal, find Ba's remaining allies. Jogal cruelly announces that his men will slaughter everyone except Ba. The next morning, unaware he is being followed, Ba returns to the hideout. Jogal demands to know where Kim is. When no one speaks, he orders his men to kill everyone. As a brutal battle unfolds, Jean and Molly fight back, but they are outmatched. Kim, still weak from the poison, suddenly awakens. With a burst of strength, he charges into battle, cutting through Jogal's men. One by one, they fall, until only Jogal and his strongest ally remain. Despite the odds, Kim's relentless willpower secures his victory. Now, only Coon remains. Inside the hideout, surrounded by the bodies of fallen comrades, Kim knows what he must do. With unwavering determination, he sets off for Coon's headquarters. Upon arrival, he launches a brutal assault, eliminating the last of Coon's guards. Now only Kim and Coon remain. As they stand face to face, Kim reveals a shocking truth. He, too, played a part in Coon's suffering. Years ago, Kim's actions had contributed to the destruction of Coon's family. The revelation ignites years of buried rage. A ferocious battle ensues, both men fueled by vengeance. In the end, Kim emerges victorious, delivering the final blow that ends Coon's reign of terror. As the dust settles, Jean waits for Kim on the beach. With his mission complete, Kim finally finds peace. He looks forward to a future free from darkness, reuniting with Jean and Molly. The film closes, leaving a powerful message. When trapped in a world of chaos and violence, only courage, determination, and the will to survive can lead the way to freedom.